been waiting so patiently because here it comes rolling in.
Kev, now these vehicles are with the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Invitational. We let them out early because they're going to be going to compete in this upcoming event which takes place this week. They've been a focal point on site at the show. These are not only some of the best looking vehicles, but these by far are some of the better performing vehicles that were on display at the show. The Optima Ultimate Streetcar Invitational vehicles, everybody.
Yeah, and in fact, the Optima Ultimate vehicles helped start because we're starting to wonder, are SEMA cars real cars? Do they actually run and drive? So Optima Batteries threw down the gauntlet and they said, hey, let's find out if anybody has what it takes to build a SEMA caliber car and then bring it out to race right after the show. So that was a few years ago, and today we're seeing this event grow and grow. They've got all kinds of events around the country to help qualify to get these cars here. There's also a handful of golden ticket winners of people that were given an expense-paid trip here to the SEMA Cruise and the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Invitational. These are real cars that bring a competition level to the SEMA show. We wish all of these drivers good luck and hope they have a safe but fast weekend racing at the Optima Streetcar Challenge.
You know, Ken, the popularity of the Optima Streetcar Invitational has grown so much over these last few years. I remember when we first launched this program, there may have been a couple dozen cars, and I believe it's over 100 and change now. And it's brought a certain caliber of builder, driver, and team to the SEMA show. And to see these guys, and if you look at their faces, the fun. Like you, I wish those guys the best this weekend. I want to congratulate Cam and all his group over at Optima for doing a great job.
They're doing a great job, and it's not just late model stuff like we're seeing. We've got muscle cars, we've got some vintage import stuff. We've got about a 66 Ford Fairlane right there coming. Behind it, a split bumper Camaro and a Miata. They set this competition so that all these cars can compete against each other with some kind of parity at the Optima Streetcar Challenge. That little Miata's nasty sounding, that's all I'm going to say.
It is to want to just reach in and talk to everybody. We try to keep it fluid. There's so many cars, so selectively we'll pull over some folks. All right, folks. The Optima Streetcar Ultimate Invitational is making it. Well, here's the face that many folks are familiar with there. Hey, I want to say hi to Jay Leno. Welcome to the SEMA show, Jay. How are you?
Thanks.
Jay Leno.
Very cool. Great show this year.
Well, we brought Kevin Ostie on board, so hopefully we're going to kick it up a level. Jay, how are things with you? How was the show? You've been to enough of these shows. Did you?
A lot of real exciting. I love that new Elephant motor from Chrysler. This is the new Lincoln. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of great stuff. The Mustangs look great.
Tell us, when can folks see a little bit more about what's happening with you on television?
Well, we just started shooting a new season, so it'll be on again in the spring. But the YouTube show is on every week.
I love the show. I love when you're a big Jay Leno fan. How about a nice SEMA Cruise? Welcome to Jay Leno, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Leno, Jay Leno's Garage, and Jay Leno's Garage Car Care products. Do not, Joe. Don't forget about that.
They were one of the more popular displays inside the Grand Lobby. I actually had an opportunity to sample some of that stuff before. Great job.
I thought that was your new cologne.
I must admit, though, when I watched that episode when they flipped that Mopar, I was a little afraid, Ken.
We were all a little afraid. But everything came out okay.
That was excellent television, though.
That surely was. Ladies and gentlemen, the big Lincoln has your friend and mine, Mr. Jay Leno, on board. And he's driving with no hands. Yeah, he's getting your picture for a change. Right on.
Once again, the parade of the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Invitational. Kevin, you would have died listening to me try to say that at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh boy, I can tell. The great thing now is they put the cue card right on the door. They got a big sticker there. Now you can read it right off.
I was creating my own name by the time the day was over.
Well, it's about the only race out there at a road course event where you're going to see, you know, spare lanes versus Mazda Miatas versus four-door twin turbocharged Mercedes-Benz versus Viper. It's incredible.
And it seems like it's a family affair too. You'll notice that everybody's either got their friend or their wife or brother riding shotgun. This Optima event really is kind of a family deal as well, it looks like.
Oh, it sure is. It's a chance for families. It's also a chance for professionals to get involved in professional shops. Our friends coming by from Detroit Speed with their third generation Camaro, the blue car there. Rubbing it up for us. Detroit Speed has come up with a whole new line of parts for those cars because
I didn't touch
they
it. I
handle
haven't
good from the
moved.
factory, but not like that one.
The family cars continue to be popular at the SEMA show over the years, Kev. There's nothing better than hearing the sound of a Hyundai going by.
Yeah, that Ford 5.0 Coyote motor definitely has a unique sound, and especially the Shelby version with that flat plane crank, man. When one of those things winds up, you know it. One of my all-time favorite cars, the Buick Grand National. Looking forward to seeing the increased popularity of the G-body platform, the Grand National, Monte Carlo, even the Pontiac and the Hearst Oldsmobile and 442s. These are great, great cars. Let's see real fast. This one, ask him if that's still a 6-cylinder. Ask him if it's still a Turbo 6.
Still keeping it Turbo 6?
Yes, it is.
All right, so ask me, what did I do? Instead of buying the Buick, I buy the Monte Carlo SS with the anemic 305.
And you lost a
I'm
lot.
that guy, instead of being that guy.
Still a cool car, Joe.
I also have some other stories about those Buicks. You know, Reggie Jackson was a huge car collector. And at the time, when those GNX were coming out, I think the Trans Am also had that same engine in there. If I recall.
89 Trans Am GTA did.
Reggie bought like 60 of them and put them all in a warehouse up in Northern California. And unfortunately, it burnt down. But I knew those GNX and those Buicks were going to come back. Now we got some rolling big power. How about a nice rolling big power applause for our sponsor, the SEMA Cruise. Rolling big power.
Yeah, it's here for rolling big power. All your truck guys had to sit through all that first line of performance race cars going by. Now we're going to start seeing some big trucks. And these are being built to higher and higher quality levels every single year. Thanks for bringing them out, guys. We really appreciate it.
And Kev, I particularly want to thank this large group of Rolling Big Power. This guy's a good example. He was waiting hours on end, not only in line, but these things suck up gas, right? God knows how much money he was spending as he was waiting in line to get the vehicles moved in. And because they're so big, it's like a lifesaver roll. You have to kind of put them in a certain spot. And they waited patiently. And so did the sponsors. So not only do we appreciate all the effort of the sponsors, that's easy. They just write a check. These guys actually have to kind of do the deal. So thank you. And once again, a nice big round of applause for all our RBP participants as they make their way through the SEMA Cruise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the cool cars and trucks coming through, our friend Andy here has given us a couple of hats that we're going to give away. We're going to throw these out to the crowd. But what we want to do, we're going to do one on this side, we're going to do one on the other side. These are brand new SEMA 2018 hats. These are super, super cool. But what we're looking for is a giant photograph of everybody reaching up and going crazy. But let's do this safely, right? We don't want people falling all over each other. So on the count of 3, I'm going to toss this hat out, and I think somebody catch this thing safely. Very cool. See the super truck. Are you ready, buddy? Here it comes. On 1. On 2. On 3. Here it goes. Yay!
That never quite works.
100 people and it hits the floor. Love it. Nice job, guys. Let's go to the other side. Let's come up here a little bit. More awesome trucks coming through. We got a big red, white, and blue Ram. Loving that.
All right, folks. Particularly those folks who are close to the action, we want you to get some tight shots, but let's keep it running nice and fluid. And then there's this guy, right? he started. But
All right, I got another hat here we're going to throw out to the other side of the crowd here. Yeah, there's the enthusiasm we want. Let's see everybody getting up and go crazy on the count of 3 so we can get some awesome pictures. This one's got a license plate on it. Ready? On 1, on 2, on 3. Here it goes! Be careful, folks. Thank you for coming.
here they come. They're still coming, kid. Well, somehow our roadster got stuck between all these trucks. I got to figure out who the hell this guy is, Ken. Probably somebody that you know.
So just when you think people run out of ideas of vehicles to customize and modify, here comes a guy with a giant off-road golf cart, which we've seen off-road golf carts before. Look at the seats on that thing. That looks like a place you want to kick back and relax for a while and get a sky view down to your golfing adventure, no doubt.
I think that guy just saw too many Grinch movies, personally. Oh, how you doing? Sorry about that. Tell the wife. All right. And then this guy. How the hell did you get in the middle of a bunch of trucks? Yeah. Now you want to show off. Give it up for our Ford Roadster. Looking good, guys.
As our trucks come rolling through, Joe's looking up there. We got some hot rods coming through.
Oh, they're coming, Kev. What's this, a little low rim? What do we got here? See? Love it. There you go. And you don't have to worry about the other 20 cars around you being the same, right?
Give it up for our Jeep fans. We got some Jeeps coming through in red, white, and blue.
All right, Kev, I'm jealous of this Corvette guy. He's got a really nice car. He looks like some movie star.
Hey, but before we get to that, Joe, I need to take a look at this Riviera that's rolling down here. Bring this thing over here for a sec, pal.
I knew you were going to love that one.
You knew it. Mark that thing right over here. So, friends, what we're looking at here is a 1965 Buick Riviera, but this is not a stock 65 Riviera. You'll notice it's sitting on the ground. So tell me a little bit about the car.
It's a 65 Riviera on a Roadster Shop chassis. It's got a 1,000 horse LS, Bosch ABS.
So he says that casually. Oh, you know, it's got a roadster. It's got 1,000 horsepower, friends. And listen to this thing. You can't even hear it. 1,000 horsepower because of a supercharged LS9 engine. Tell us who you are and what you had to do with it.
I'm Max from Sled Alley Hot Rods. Cruiser.
Mac, you did an awesome job on this car. Thanks for bringing it out. It belongs to our good friend Charlie. I'm envious. I want to drive that thing. This car has already been driven over 3,000 miles across the country on the Good Guys Legends Tour. Love to see the ones that get driven. Love to see the oddball cars that don't get the love. Cool to see the rig.
All right, Kevin, next thing you're going to try to buy the car. Let the Riviera go. We got the cruise. We got no setting up future purchases, Kevin.
You know me, Joe. I couldn't afford 6 inches of that car.
All right, so a lot of our sponsors like to give items out, like hats and t-shirts. But they're just not that smart. It's like a 30-foot cost to get to you. So if you do have some items, I'll grab them. We'll make sure that everybody gets a little love. What we're worried about is somebody coming into the traffic. So sponsors, if you have some items that you like to give away, just be mindful of the fact that it's kind of tough when you throw a t-shirt and it's on the other side of a road with this moving traffic, right?
Right now, we got to keep it safe, and especially like we said, we throw the stuff up in the stands. No need to get hurt diving too far. We appreciate the effort and the enthusiasm. I see a 32 Ford, a little roadster sitting here. Sir, your name?
My name is Paul Truex.
Paul, tell me, what color is this?
This is a 1932 Ford Roadster.
What color?
It's a crystal blue metallic.
Crystal blue metallic, I love it. You still got the hairpin front end, the big and littles. You got some Hallebrand-esque style wheels. What's under the hood?
It has a Edelbrock 415 horsepower crate engine.
Awesome, buddy. Thanks for bringing it up. Go for it. We can't hold up the cruise. Fast everybody.
That guy sounded like a damn
That's that Corvette telling me what he thinks of that roadster.
Any questions? Yeah, we're going to keep it rolling.
Another Optima car coming through, and a beautiful Ford Torino. This one built by our buddy Randy at DZ Custom.
It's a '69 Mercury Cyclone. Cyclone we built for Optima Jim. He's 7'1", I'm 5'10". We're close.
Yeah, so Randy behind the wheel is 5'10". The guy that owns this car is 7 feet 1 inches tall. So if he looks like he's lost in there, he really is. But an awesome, awesome car. Mercury Cyclone. I called it a Torino, but it's actually a Cyclone. One of those things you don't see every day.
Kev, I have a little trivia about Optima Jim. Did you know that Optima Jim played in the NBA?
At 7'1", are you kidding me? I'd never believe that.
So I slam dunked on him during featured vehicle moving?
That I believe.
All right.
Joe, you slam dunked on everybody at some point.
Well, they keep on coming, Kev. Every once in a while, some guy who's a first-time exhibitor gets stuck in this traffic. So I can't wait for the first Hertz rental car to come through.
Well, you know, they're all special in their own way.
This one's not.
Yeah, I'm taking the big Freightliner, though. Hey, how's it going, buddy? He's one of the taller vehicles we're going to see here today. Our drone had to elevate a little bit to clear the roof on that one.
Kev, I'm here with the man, the legend, Rob Wilson. Rob, how's the SEMA show going, man?
Oh man, just another great SEMA. You guys always put on a good deal. Now it's SEMA Ignited, and then get home.
I look forward to seeing you back on the West Coast. Rob's been a great friend in the industry forever. Oh, Christ, I got to see this guy again. I've seen enough of you last night. You got all, officer, I'm sorry.
Joe, you're getting pulled over. You're not even in a car.
Again, Kev, he's with the drag program. Let's walk and talk. I saw this when you guys checked in. What a worthwhile program you got going on. Give us a little nuts and bolts of the program.
Well, I got my own bike. Alright, there's an after-school program for high school kids learning automotive, get them into this industry, keep them going, keep them alive.
Keep me excited.
What's your name? Can you fix a ticket for me?
The drag car, drag racing against gangs and graffiti. Very cool to see. Got some popular little trucks, about a 29 Ford coming through. Good to see it. I believe that was parked out in front of the Custom Auto Center display this year.
Corvette posers, always taking their time.
How many Corvettes do you have, Jim?
Oh, no. Hello, Mike. What do we have here, Mike? Hey, how about a round of applause for Cam Miller? He's one of our Battle of the Builders winners. Cam, how you doing, man? We got to keep this rolling along. How's everything going? How's it been since you won the award?
Everything's going good. We're just so honored to be here and be back here and bring what we got and support and see all the people we love.
All right, Cam Miller, a former award winner at the SEMA show. You can find out more as they make their way to.
Dan, I love the quality truck. It looks great, and look at the fit and finish on that truck. A lot of these square bodies, you know, they lived a hard life. They were work trucks. That thing's incredible. And right behind it, we've got the off-road SRT. Joe, I see the Porsche. It's a little more your style coming through here.
Kevin, I like to think that I've grown and matured as an adult. I've gone through my Porsche phase.
You'd like to think so.
What do we got here, Mike? How you doing? Introduce yourself. What's your name?
Mike Ernster.
Mike, tell us a little bit about the vehicle.
It's a 1957 Volvo military vehicle made for the Swedish military.
What's underneath the head?
572 big block.
I've never heard of one. How about it for Mike?
That thing is super cool. Could you imagine, I'm just imagining the Swedish chef from the Muppets building engines.
Imagine bringing that home, Kevin. I'd like to bring that home and tell my wife, honey, we got a new lease.
I like that.
Very cool. Joe, you mentioned rental cars before. We've got a Shelby GTH Hertz modern version of the GT350H rental car coming down the pike. That's one that I would not mind renting.
That program did not last long, if I recall, Ken.
Well, the first one is kind of funny. Hertz contracted for 1,000 vehicles, including a test car, so it was actually 1,001 or 1,002 that were made. The last two, the black and gold cars, nobody wanted to buy them, so they ended up sitting in a dealer lot forever and ever and ever. And today they're coveted like you wouldn't believe.
Hey, I'm here with Matt Hunt with a really clean Bronco. I'm a big fan of Broncos. You did it right. How was the show for you, Matt?
It was awesome. I'd like to thank Raceline, King Suspension, everybody at Ford. It's been a great show.
How's this guy Mike Robledo to work with?
Mike Robledo's awesome. Hey, if you guys aren't doing it, young guns, any builders, you got to enter Battle of the Builders.
Thank you very much. There's a testament to the program as well. Nice vehicle, looking really, really good. Those Broncos are hard to find and they look good. You did a sweet job on that. Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, and as you guys down here towards the other end, you're going to see in a minute this Bronco coming up. As you probably know, Broncos are on fire right now. They are so popular because they're so much fun. And they don't call them Broncos for nothing. That short wheelbase, you ever driven one? You put some power and some big tires on those things. You know, it's like being on a mechanical bull that you can drive down the road. But they are a lot of fun.
What do you know about mechanical bulls?
I've seen you fly off a couple of them. That's all I know.
$27 that night.
27? And you collected all of 2 or 3.
I love it, Ken, because when you first come out here, it's hot. You know, excuse up my hair, sweating. Now it's cool. It's SEMA cruise into the night.
It's beautiful.
I can't wait. Now, Kevin, the SEMA show has officially been over for 20 minutes. And even so, this is nothing.
Hey, Joe, the SEMA show might have been over for 20 minutes, but the party is just getting started because there are a lot of vehicles that are coming right here, right now, through the SEMA cruise. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out again and sharing this tremendous spectacle with us, because there's no other event like the SEMA cruise where you can see these cars of this caliber and be this close and enjoy them. And we thank you for sharing this time with us.
Let me get Mikey over here. Mikey, you look like a beaming father with all these vehicles coming in. It's got to give you a good sense of satisfaction. And we've been working on this for a year. There's a lot of phone calls. People love their spot. They don't love their spot. They've been waiting in lines. It all comes to a head now. How are you feeling now?
Is it 10 o'clock yet, Joe? Is it 10 o'clock?
It's 10 o'clock somewhere. That's Mikey's way of saying that he knows he's at the end. And I want to thank you again for all your work. Really good job. Mike Robledo, head of our Young Guns program. There's a Dodge you don't see anywhere, a little power wagon action. A mega cab.
Yeah, that thing is serious. And these Dodge trucks for a long time didn't get love from customizers and builders. Probably because, the God's honest truth, a lot of them rusted away on farms, and a lot of them are still working. But this one, this thing's over the top. Great work. Thanks for bringing this thing out. Beautiful work. The fantasy mega cab, giant Dodge.
A little Mazda speed coming your way, kid.
Yeah, a little rotary action.
All right, Kev, there's a guy coming up. Don't say anything. I think he bought every spray can of gold and track on it for the SEMA show. Don't say anything to him.
My lips are sealed, buddy.
Celebrities in the crowd. Kev had a chance to see former middleweight UFC champion Jason Cleaver in the crowd. Jason, congratulations on your last fight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're moving up in the rankings. I see that you're calling out GSP.
Nah, not quite yet. I gotta give it to all the jiu-jitsu guys first. I just won Worlds in Asia, in Tokyo last month. Looking forward to the No-Gi Worlds next month. Got my brand new brown belt, so everybody better look out.
There he is. Jason at UFC. Lightweight contender. I took him down too, Kev. I armbarred him. He tapped out.
Tapped out.
Kev, a lot of drones, and they're getting a little too close for my hair, for my liking. I know you don't have to worry too much. No, I'm sorry about that. I don't even want to.
I'm listening.
It is what it is, buddy.
Hulk Hogan in the house. Hulk, thanks for joining us. I see you're off the steroids. Thank you. Guy Fieri beats you to the bad hairstyle. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Where are you from, Hulk? Tennessee. We love me some Tennessee. I was a big TV star in Chattanooga. Then I woke up.
That was Nashville.
whatever.
So here we go, more diversity. We've got a Cobra being followed up by a Nissan, being followed up by a big block Chevelle, and then a Ram, Mega Cab, flatbed hauler, side-by-side on the back. You know, if you were not at SEMA, how would you explain that at a car show? You just never would. Here's one of the continuation Yanko Camaros. It's true, you could buy a new continuation authorized Yanko 69 Camaro just like that one if you have Joe's wallet. You can't do it with mine, you can do it with Joe's.
It's funny you mentioned that, Kevin, because you know, as a kid, you're almost forced to pretend you knew. Like when someone said a cam, he's got a cam in that car. You didn't have the nuts to tell them you didn't know what it was. Yanko was kind of similar. You know, someone said, hey, that's a Yanko. Everybody nodded like they knew what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, right.
There may be a few of those folks out there. What is a Yanko, Kev?
A Yanko is a car that was originally sold at a Chevrolet dealership from Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, called Yanko Chevrolet. And the guy who owned the dealership was named Don Yanko, and Don was a road racer. And he figured out that you could put engines in cars from Chevrolet that Chevrolet didn't offer if you knew the right people at the General. So they worked with what they called the central office to create the central office production order. The acronym we all know, it's called the Copo car. And Don Yanko was one of the pioneers, along with a guy named Vince Piggins inside Chevrolet, that put that whole Copo program together and allowed people with the right connections to buy a 427 and a 67, 8, or 9 Camaro that was never technically offered. And that's why that continuation car is so cool today, Joe. Thanks for asking.
Who the hell is this guy?
I don't know, but having fun on two wheels at the show.
Christ, looks like the guy that worked for me showing up late for work. Get back, Tom. Get back to work. All right, then we got to push him, Kev.
Gotta push it.
Oh, come on now. Help him out.
Hey, they might have a pusher, but when this thing lights off, you better get out of the way, because it looks
Just get her little
bad.
ass out of that car and help her. Let her drive. You push, right? All right. I know you got slowed down by a pusher. Story of my life.
It's one of the Factory 5 hypercars, man.
How you doing, brother?
They might be pushing it now, but when it goes, it's gone.
Kev, I saw my first, maybe my second Javelin at the show. I think there may have been 3 Javelins. Did you see them?
I saw at least one. Javelins are cool.
I saw one guy get really mad. He had a really nice Nova, and the guy said, hey, nice Duster.
Yeah, that'll do
they
it.
hate that.
That'll do it.
Oh, they hate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the faded paint job on this 69 Chevelle that's rolling by. That is, goes from kind of a lighter cranberry down to almost black. It's not an illusion. That is a faded paint job. It looks dynamite.
Kev, I'm seeing a ghost. It's Mask from UFC. He's relived. He's back.
Stranger things have happened here at the SEMA Cruise. We have another contender in the Train Horn Nationals, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for a friend of the Big Horn F-250. We didn't know. We got you. Here we are.
Kev, you tell the next guy that flash that horn, Tom Cattuso. Hey, here's the deal with the horns. It's scary. I didn't get a heart attack, man. I'm 60 years old. It's just not funny.
It's all in the name of safety. Let's make sure there's nobody in front of them.
Now, I like everything about this Chevy pickup, Kevin.
Yeah?
Yeah, I saw my 51, which wasn't quite as cool as that one. I wanted that, especially if I see ones like that.
It's very cool. There's a lot of neat stuff coming up. This Corvette here has this mystical color of metallic satin green. What color is it?
Color I've never put on my car. It's chrome turquoise.
Satin chrome turquoise Corvette, ladies and gentlemen. That, I know, is not one of the colors that Chevrolet offers. That is a full custom deal. And you're right, that truck is killer.
Kev?
Yeah.
We got a bleeder.
Uh-oh. What do we got, Joe?
He put his steering wheel on the wrong side.
Oh, man, again?
Damn Australians, I tell you.
You know what's fun about that? It makes it easier for me to talk to the driver. So I appreciate him building this custom vehicle for me here. So this is interesting because this is a Holden Ute. So
That's correct. It's a 2010 Holden Commodore SSU.
the cool thing about these is here in the United States, we saw this platform being used with the G8, the Chevy Caprice police car version, but you've had these down there for quite a while.
Yeah, it runs as what you would have here in the PPVs or by Chevy SS.
So I'm gathering that you're not from here.
Definitely not. I'm from down under.
So did you bring this vehicle and yourself just for the SEMA show, or are you here in Vegas, throwing some dice and a car show broke out?
I'm not much of a gambler, but we did bring it all the way from Australia. We left 6 weeks ago, and it did 4,000 kilometres on the road and 15,000 kilometres on the water before it made it all the way down here.
Unbelievable. Your name?
Stuart.
Stuart, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Stuart and his Holden Ute, LS powered all the way from Australia, just to come see you folks here today. That's the whole reason why he came, is to be part of the SEMA show and this event, and we really appreciate that.
Well, he's no Steve Irwin. You got a table at Outback waiting for you. Come on, let's go.
Don't make any bloomin' onion jokes, Joe.
Right. Yeah, 2 cylinders in that car. Okay? We got guys with 20-cylinder cars we could be talking to. He put his steering wheel on the wrong side. Look at this, selfies.
Joe, we've got a killer green custom bubble top Impala coming your way.
Yes.
Got a fast sticker in the window. That means I'm guessing a fuel-injected motor. What do you got in this?
LS3.
It sounds great. It sounds a little high-strung, like it wants to go.
Well, she wants to run. About 700 horses.
700 horsepower. Thanks for bringing it out. That's another great color. I dig the two-tone with the painted trim. Following that is another square-bodied Chevy GMC pickup truck. This has the paint scheme from the Indy 500. Tell me about it. And was this a special edition truck? I mean, how many of these things did they make? We'll just kind of walk into it.
They made 27 of them in 1975. 3 of them were all bed, regular cabs. This one is super truck.
Yeah, I can hear it under there. It sounds a little angry under the hood. I love it. Thanks for bringing it out, man.
Hey, Kevin, another vehicle that I ultimately screwed up on, that square body pickup truck. Guess what model I got?
What'd you get, Joe?
The long bed.
Yeah.
Guess what color mine was?
Brown.
Peach.
Oh, even better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Queen has arrived. Head up there and talk with Joe.
Well, come on up here, Miss Swamp Woman USA.
Over there, Joe's gonna talk.
Now, I saw you guys when you were checking in. Come over here a little bit. Uh-oh. I know it. Well, that's what happens. Fire it up. Oh, you gotta dig it. He's got the microphone as a shifter. Looking good.
Don't talk into it.
Son, how don't you get talked into this? What's your name?
I'm the budget. He's the builder.
He's the builder? This guy's crazy. What did he do? How much time did he spend building this vehicle?
A lot of time.
A lot of your money?
Yes.
Well, was it worth it? Did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. It was very much worth it.
Hey, come on, walk through us a little bit.
I didn't know we had a Queen of SEMA here this year.
Kenny did a pretty good job on this thing when you take a look at it. He wasn't fooling around. What other vehicles do you have in the stable? In this one? Oh, what other vehicles do you have besides this?
A 27 Roadster and a 29 Ford truck.
Now, where are you from?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Well, thank you for coming out. And you know what? That looks like it's going to Louisiana. You did a really good job representing your state. Thank you for coming out, brother.
That's going to be
a nice round of applause from our friends from Louisiana.
It's going to be a long drive back in that one.
Well, the back of it's full with Crown Royal, Kevin.
Oh, well, then it'll be a fun drive back.
Shit, I've been around to that.
Let's make sure it's a safe drive back. We've got more variety coming your way, Joe. We've got a couple more big trucks. We've got a highly supercharged fastback Mustang coming up. This thing's got that alcohol burning idle to it where it kind of revs itself up and pushes itself along because it wants to be on a drag strip, essentially. Just like that.
Yeah, this looks like a crocodile getting ready to kill something.
Yeah, and coming up, we've got an awesome Jeep. I'm going to see a short bed honcho pickup. Tell me about it.
82 JT. On the same project, and we brought it out to show up and play with further.
Now these things are also starting to get real popular. We appreciate you bringing it out. Did a great job with it.
Hey Kev, I'd like to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for the SEMA Cruise. Obviously we couldn't do without the help from our friends at Rolling Big Power, Others Waxes and Polishes, the Shell Oil Company, Anzo Performance Lighting. Our friends from Hot Wheels are celebrating their 50th anniversary. Thank God all this stuff's on the wall, to remember it. And our friends from Kia, sponsors of the SEMA Cruise. How about a nice round of applause for all of our sponsors, everybody? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks our sponsors. I just realized all their logos are up there on the wall. Joe, did you see that?
I did.
That's what I'm talking about. A Cobra Jet Mustang in full drag race trim. See that Rice and Holman name on there. Vintage speed stickers, the Cragar wheels, the Jardine exhaust. SEMA's not just about new parts, they've got some old parts as well. And if you want to see a crazy Mustang, there's one coming up next. This thing has been modified every way possible. I'm going to let him tell you what's under the hood because you're not going to believe me. Tell me about the engine.
Ferrari F430.
Hear that? It's a Ferrari-powered Mustang, ladies and gentlemen. Listen. That is fantastic. I'm not going to ask how you end up with just the 430 engine. You know, maybe roll the Ferrari. Even the Ferraris that get rolled get fixed. So what a mystery right there. But that's a cool car.
Hey Kev, get this guy. Put a helmet on him, but before you leave, watch out.
We're going to chat with you for a second.
Yeah, that guy's got like 6 nitrous express bottles. Be careful over there.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, with that piston bumper. Roll the pole.
Let's hear it for the diesel powered. Oh.
Get a snort of that, Kev.
Yeah, so what did this thing start off at?
What's that?
What did this start off as?
This started off as a bunch of bored men playing with diesels in Montana.
Ah, Big Sky country. And you're trying to turn that whole Big Sky black with diesel smoke.
Totally, yeah. I mean, kind of a not good product of it, but that's what happens when you make power.
Right on, man. Well, thanks for being out. That thing's insane.
I ain't mad with that, Kev. He's okay. He can pour out the diesel.
Followed by a Grand Wagoneer that looks like it rolled off the showroom floor. What's going on with this thing? He says it's completely restored. You did a phenomenal job on this thing. Thank you so much for bringing it out.
Kev, somebody's lost.
Who's that?
You'll know. It's coming through. He got lost. Hey, it's home of the world's fastest sidecars, the Guthrie Levy Racing. You're still lost. Keep going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is blasphemy. This is Mike Finnegan's 55 Chevy. You know Mike from Roadkill. That one was on display here this week at SEMA.
Hey, did you see F-Bomb? That was on display at the Holly booth. Twin turbo monster, Freiburger creation.